let's go ahead and learn through the next concept in the content marketing scenario regarding blogging. We have talked about this good amount of time again and again, that what a blog is, and we have seen some elements of it in a basic manner previously, but in this particular set of tutorials we are going to dig a bit deeper and understand this term in a better manner. So for many of you who may have not known about the entity of what a blog is, here is a basic particular definition that what a blog actually relates to. So a blog is ideally a kind of an updated material or a kind of a page which is updating across content about something related to your business on a regular basis. So for example, let's say if you have a business related to automobiles and you want to let the target customers or the people who are your website visitors know about the newest things happening in automobile, or maybe share with them generic information regarding whatever could be best done by any person in relation with probably handling their own vehicles. So maybe if you want to make them aware about something, if you want to go ahead and share some statistics with them, if you just generally want to connect and have a hobby of writing and that writing is related to your profession, you can do that activity very exclusively and very much interactively with the help of a blog. So a blog is a kind of a regular update. Probably you could even name it as the newspaper element of your website, wherein you are doing through, or you are going ahead and writing across your set of data. So it could be as simple as an update of your business, or it could be, for example, in relation with automobile, you could be going ahead and posting about the newest vehicles arriving in the year 2016, 2017, or you could be doing a post about how to measure across the mileage of your car in a better manner, or maybe 5 tips which would be handy for any driver whenever he is driving outstation. So these kind of simple awareness mechanisms, these kind of important elements which would be helpful, which could build your brand, make you trustworthy, and give more value to your website, is something which is done by businesses with the help or with the use of a blog. And as you can see through in the explanation out here, there are also many other helpful returns that you get by doing these kind of updates, or doing through this kind of additional writing element on your website. So out here, that's the stuff that is going to be covered in a blog. The general mechanism used by websites to write a blog is that apart from their domain name, maybe let's say the domain name is abc.com, they would be having a section on their web page which would be a blog. Like the URL of a blog could be abc.com/blog/. So that's the most basic generic way of how a blog could be there. And together with that, to just share and know about the major advantages or benefits, that why under content marketing we are defining blogging in an such explored or such detailed manner. So here are few important reasons for the same. First of all, the blog would act as an entity for driving across traffic to your website, or going ahead and letting people know what your product or service is. So blog is the important or nicest element in content marketing which can get more people knowing about your brand or knowing about your service. And that activity can be done very efficiently indeed with the mechanism of SEO or with the mechanism of getting ranks through the search engine. So if you are writing a blog, the first benefit is that it will increase or help you get traffic, and specifically it will even increase or get you higher rankings in a search engine, because search engine, if you would be knowing about some concepts about the same, I definitely believe you would be having some background in relation with it. So they are those entities who prefer or who highly prefer across fresh content. So when you are writing a blog or publishing those particular blog posts, you are aiming at putting something fresh across to your users on a very regular basis. So that in turn helps through the search engines find fresh new content on your site, like we have the habit of reading newspapers on a daily basis, indeed, like that fresh content. And that indeed in turn increases your listings. You can get a higher listing on a search engine page. And together with that, it will also help through get some brand awareness as well as get across a higher or a better position as being a trustworthy source or as being an industry leader in relation with a particular product or service. Like the same example of automobile, if I would go ahead and make sure that I have done the activity of doing regular updates, and in that I have ensured of giving some trustworthy, some awareness worthy content to my customers about maybe the latest car releases, or maybe tips for driving when I am traveling outdoor, or maybe mechanisms about how people can make sure that their car delivers maximum mileage. These kind of awareness activities or blog post in turn will be helping through get my brand positioned at a higher entity against competitors. Let's say there are 100 odd other websites who are probably delivering the same service or selling the same products which you have, and in that there are 5 websites who have a blog. Then you are having the possibility of a higher brand awareness mechanism with the help of doing the activity of blogging. And finally, you at the end, because of being trustworthy with your customers, you can go ahead and develop better customer relationships. You in turn have the chance or would get the chance of connecting with more and more people and connecting with more set of customers who are going to trust your brand, and they know that if they are even stuck with something, they have a solution or an answer to it basis your blog which has been set through. So that's the mechanism out here. So indeed these are few of the important elements in which blogging helps across develop through businesses and helps them get across important elements. So this customer relationship, once it is built over time, it can go ahead and give you great benefits over a period of longer time of few months down the line. So that's the mechanism about how blogging happens through and what is the process for the same. The next important step coming through is about the process for blogging, that while we have known about the benefits and the important entities about it, what is the process that we will be incorporating for a blog. So when we want to go ahead and choose a particular platform for blogging, there are multiple set of websites, or ideally I could say not just websites but actually products, actually content management systems or CMS, which are available for creating your blog. So a general question coming in is that why do we need these platforms? So when we want to go ahead and create a blog, there is a natural requirement or a tendency that the blog should be having through some set of integral elements into it. Like a blog article should be having the name of the person who is writing the blog, should be having the date of it, should be having across the activity as to the title of it, should be having some text content as well as some images, and similarly it should be having the process being incorporated of how on a regular basis, if a particular person is going ahead and publishing an article or publishing ideally a blog post, how that will be seen. So for all these mechanisms, there is a requirement of a platform, in which here are few of the famous platforms. Like the most famous platform and something which has been used by a very huge set of users is something known as WordPress. WordPress is an online portal which people use out there for going ahead and doing blogging. Apart from it, there are options like Drupal, Joomla, and even there is some platform like Ghost. Now herein there is a very small list of just couple of platforms. Apart from them, there are many other platforms to choose through from. Whenever you are choosing a platform, you will be having some criteria in mind which you will be keeping through, like the best ability, with how much ease can you publish a blog post, does it have add-on features and plugins with the help of which you can incorporate images, or you could incorporate videos, you could have some elements of SEO covered through in the platform itself, so as you don't need to work across onto it additionally. Secondly, you should also be checking from the part of your team that with how much ease can they log into that particular platform and put in the important elements in your blog, or put in the text and content in the right way how they would like to do through the same. So basis that, one will go ahead and choose the platform. Mostly if you want to do a blog in a basic manner with some good features which may be required for you maybe at a later stage, like maybe having probably a stats based diagram incorporated, or maybe having a video embedded, then definitely WordPress is a nice platform. The other platforms, each one of them have some of the benefits, maybe having some disadvantages, and have their own look and feel in their individual interface. So then, with this basics about the different platforms being seen, the normal question coming in mind, anyone who is starting across with blogging as an activity, as to what all would be the points to consider if I want to incorporate a blog. So if you are doing blogging as an activity for your business, and in line with that want to choose a platform, then here are few questions which you can ask across yourself as to how best would be the platform which you can choose. So in this questionnaire, there is a comparison between the platform of WordPress and Blogger. The similar questionnaire could be done through for even thinking about other platforms like Joomla or Drupal or anything else which we have seen. So Blogger is something which is one more similar platform like others, but the main advantage of Blogger could be that you have some additional benefits in the form of it being completely free, while there is even an entity in WordPress by which there are good amount of free mechanisms in WordPress. But in Blogger there are some limitations in terms of design and other stuff. So let's see through each of these elements. That first of all is that if you are doing professionally blogging to make some money, means you are doing that from a business perspective, you are doing that even individually to earn across income, then which would be a preferred platform? So in that scenario, definitely WordPress has a lot of benefits. The simple reason being, there are already set of plugins in WordPress which can make your work being implemented quickly. Secondly, the design and look and feel of a WordPress blog is highly very professional and looks like a business design in comparison with any other platform which are there. So that's the first reason why one would go ahead and choose a platform like WordPress. Secondly, do you have the ability to pay across some money or do through some investment? So if you have that, because when we want to incorporate design, just could be the basic design of a website known as a template or a theme, or when we want to go ahead and even use some advanced features, there is some cost which is associated with the same. So if you have the ability to do that, yes, you should be choosing across a platform like WordPress. If you don't have that and are just doing blogging for some reason as a hobby itself, then you could be choosing free platform. Then the next thing coming in line is that, is ownership or having the blog on your own website important? Because if you choose a platform like Blogspot, it would be having an extension in the form of, let's say your website is ABC, then you could be creating a blog in the name of abc.blogspot.in or abc.blogspot.com. So therein your particular blog is there on the domain of a third party. And if you choose across something like WordPress, you can have the blog on your own domain as abc.com/blog. So you are not relying on a third party domain for hosting your blog. So that's why if ownership is important, definitely it would be for businesses, then WordPress has some benefit over it. Fourth important point, while this would be more in terms of people who are thinking of business as a hobby, that how committed are you to your blog? Or I would rephrase that how committed are you to your business? If you don't know that, then Blogger could be a good entity. But if you know that yes, I am highly committed, then you will be choosing a better platform. And how much flexibility do you want, means what all features do you want to be added instantly, or what all features you want to be removed. Therein, if you need some changes, like maybe integrating a payment gateway on your site or on your blog, or maybe integrating across a system like a slideshow wherein you can show multiple images. So if those kind of flexibilities are required, then WordPress definitely has a thumbs up. And once we have decided through on these pointers, then we can go ahead and think through on lines about how we can design our blog and what are the elements of it. So once we have shortlisted the platform we want to choose, while the points I have discussed in this set of elements are all related to focusing across on the benefits of WordPress as it being the market leader, but depending on even your developer inputs, depending on even your technical team, depending on the knowledge base as well as the skill acquisition of your content team and your technical team, you would be taking a true call, or you would be taking a judgmental call as to which platform should be chosen to best deliver the results. It could be WordPress, it could be even the other one, but these points would be incorporated or should be surveyed across with your resources, so as you have a better idea why they are choosing a platform and why they are not choosing or are refraining from accepting a particular platform. So that's the part about choosing, and once you have done that, then will be the part of designing or thinking about the look and feel of your blog. So to do this, there is this element of templates or themes which comes across. You can think of templates or themes as a kind of interior decorator of your blog. Like we have interior decorators for houses, for any particular offices. Similarly, for your blog, you have templates or themes as the mechanism for it. And additionally, there is some element of plugins which are there, which make your task easier and make the blog look more professional. So if you want to choose those kind of designs, like we choose our interiors, colors and shades and furniture, similarly for doing it for a website, you have some additional set of resources. You have some additional portals and sites, like few of the common ones being Theme Forest or free WordPress themes and many others, wherein you have the option of seeing through or looking through the various designs. And therein there are both ways. One, many of them offering free designs for anyone to buy, and many of them offering paid themes or paid set of website templates. So therein you will get a better idea about which would be the best suitable design for your site, and herein you can even take incorporation from your particular developer as to the designing of it. To indeed show you some examples of it, let's have a live look at these theme related sites. So herein is the portal of Theme Forest, one of the famous theme related website, and therein you can see there are many different categories of the templates or themes which are there, wherein you are looking for something specifically about WordPress, or you are looking for a theme specifically for blogging. And if you go ahead and choose through the same, you will be seeing many set of designs which are there, and depending on your product or service, you can decide through which one would you like to buy through, or which one you would like to go ahead and choose. Now this call would be specifically of the designer as well as of your brand, and even the look and feel of your site, basis which you'll try to match these. But the only point is there are tons of options which are there, and anyone could suit through, or the best one could suit through in regards with your needs. And similarly, while there are paid set of sites out here which are there, like this is on a set website Themes Forest. Similarly, even there is WordPress own directory. WordPress also has its own themes on this particular domain, from which you can go ahead and select any one of them. Few may be free, few may be paid through, so therein you can choose through, mostly many of them being free across out here. So these are few sites. Another one is free WP themes, wherein you get many set of free themes which you could go ahead and download through. And past this selection, there is a technical process of integrating this on your website, and once that is done, once you select across the same, you will be ready to do your process of blogging. So when selecting this, the points in mind would be its look and feel, how you can match that with your site, its ease of navigation, its ease of responsiveness on mobile. That's a very important point, that it should be opening or being seen in the same way even on mobile devices. And finally, the pricing element, if we are choosing a paid theme, that what are the additional features we get if we choose paid theme, and what is the pricing for the same. So that's indeed the mechanism which we have to know through about designing and development.